All right, race 3. The Celebrations Benchmark 85 handicap. Okay, $11 Flaming Rock, $6.50 Gangster's Choice, High on Believing $3.50, Studio $5.50, Jackanot Bay $3.20.
Well, this is interesting. Actually nearly, it was too expensive, but I was looking at a share in this number 10, less is more. I was talking to Van Dyke about doing the English sales, actually, about it. But I don't.
You love a foreigner.
I love a foreigner, there's the further proof. But it was just a bit too exy for me. But he's quite a nice horse. I'll be interested to see what he can do. He didn't do much in the trial, did he? So
did nothing for me.
It's interesting to see how he comes up. But that Jackanot Bay, that's the one. Massive performance last start against Strawberry Boy, who's, I guess you could say Frank the Form.
Yeah.
I'm just worried this horse is still essentially in his first prep, and you just got to wonder when the bubble will burst. I know it's a 5-year-old gelding, but on his last run he could definitely win this race. But I don't know, for me it's a bit of a no-bet race, mate. I don't know about you. And something like that King Gladiator, he can run a race at odds as well.
Yeah. He's awful.
He is, but he's the kind of horse that will knock you out if you're not on him.
Yeah. 3 hopes for me. High on Believing, Studio, Jackanot Bay. No doubt Jackanot Bay will love getting to Randwick. Look at his recent runs there at Goulburn. Won by 4.3, 4.5, 3.5. I know they were inferior races to the race he contested last time, but should have finished closer than 1.5 lengths behind Strawberry Boy. How much closer? Don't know. Maybe a length.
Yeah.
I don't know that he would have beaten Strawberry Boy. Some will want to tell you that he would have, but I think getting to him would have been one thing, getting past him was another.
Yep.
And I think, if anything, it was Frank last week that thought, because as you pointed out to me after the race, and I found out later when I went back through the sectionals, they went nuts in it, and how he ran third, Scott Moose stuff. But
I think it was 26 lengths to that other horse.
Yeah, but don't use Voice Commander as a guide, but I said that to you last week. Like, the poor old Voice Commander, he's been beaten 400 lengths in his previous 4 starts.
Yeah.
He's a shadow of his former self.
He's probably looking for the
retirement.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've come back to Jackanot Bay, not at 320. I took 450 yesterday.
There you go.
That was the right price. Good alley, jockey change, pens are off, shin on. Just, the sting out of the track, and when I say sting out of the track, I think there's going to be a fraction of giving, even if it does get to a good 3. Will suit him. He's by Galileo. They prefer the softer surfaces as a rule than the firm surfaces. Mm-hmm. He's the one for me. Studio, I think, has got a really good hope. He was excellent at Canterbury, beat Falklands, who's a decent sort of form resident. He's been around the mark a couple of times in the metropolitan area. I look forward to seeing where he goes. And High on Believing, he's got to be a chance again. He'll just sit in behind them, and he'll also appreciate Randwick. So I think it's clear cut up there, the top 3 for me. Flaming Rock, maybe next time for me.
Beautiful.
All right.
What about that Reuben Percival, mate? 64 kilos. I asked you this yesterday.
Stick a couple of logs in front of it.
Wonder when the last time a horse carried 64 on a Saturday at Sydney is.
Well, did you go checking?
No. How do you check that information? I'll say that right now.
Oh, you can ring handicappers. They'd have an idea.
Interesting to know.
That'd be the start point. All right.
I'm not sure if anyone would really care.
Race 4. It's not worth the story. 2-row stakes, Group 2, fillies, 3-year-olds, 1,500. Dear Demi, $3. Jade Marauder, $4.60. Maydung, $4.20. Nazita, $4.40. And the rest are all $11 or better, kicking off with Flying Schnitzel. Yeah,
mate, one of the best bets of the day here, Dear Demi. I know Norzita's got the Prazia form, and that looks super hot right now. But look at the horses that she beat in that race, Shea Harmy, Red Dynamite, and that. I just don't know if they're going good enough. Mate, I've got Dear Demi. She gets to settle probably at least a pair in front of Norzita, possibly from the draw, unless Norzita's sort of dug out a bit, which means for mine, Norzita's going to have to out-sprint her. And I just can't see Dear Demi stopping at all. I think McDonald will get the right run from barrier 3, and I just purely because I think she's going to get the right run. I've got her on top, and because I think she's one of the better bets of the day.
Yeah, hard to disagree.
I think that's a very good price too. I think there's a little bit more floating around than $3.
So it was $3.50 yesterday. I've had something on that too.
Yeah.
She's just got.
And you know what these fillies are like as well. When
Well,
they start winning.
just looking for more ground. Everything suits here. Great alley, third up. Should be getting near a peak. Handles all track conditions. Randwick's a massive plus. She was placed at Group 1 level at Randwick. She's also a winner over the distance at Randwick. Track condition won't bother her. She's also they've got to beat. Dangers. Jade Marauder, they've elected not to put the blinkers on yet. I'm guessing we'll probably see blinkers go onto this in the flight stakes because I think she needs them. Maydung and obviously Norzita. But I've got to be with dear Demi. I can't really add much more to what you said. I think you nailed it.
Cool.
All right. Race 5, the Bill Ritchie, 1,400 metres.
Otherwise known as the Pretenders Handicap.
Why?
I just think there's a few suck horses in this race.
Do you?
Yeah, Herculean Prince.
Go and give him a good bagging.
I will. Herculean Prince, just in and out of form. Steps in Time, the same. Torio's Quest. How many times do we see money for these horses and they just do no good? Segcom, it's a Pretenders Handicap, this one. But anyway.
All right. Steps in Time, 460. Fire up, sunshine. Hey.
I just took one look at it and saw it.
$3.70, Torio's Quest, $7, Wild and Proud, one of yours. Another suck.
No, he actually delivered 3 times.
Hang on, let me finish the markets, then you can talk about it. $5.50, Speediness, $3.70, Sedcom, and that'll do us.
Oh, look, I'm not going to have a bet in this race, I'll say that right now. So, I know they reckon Herculean Prince is going real good, but couldn't back him. Wild and Proud.
If Herculean Prince couldn't win a race last prep, he'll never win another one because he was really going good last prep, and he ain't. From what I've seen at the trials, he ain't going as good as what he went last prep.
No, but he probably should have won a race last prep. But Nash came off the rail under instructions and allowed Jimmy to get up on that Patnack horse on the inside there in the Randwick Stakes, I think it was.
I'm still hurting.
Look,
Why do you give Nash Rawiller instructions? Can somebody tell me? He was obviously instructed to go back on Kentucky Park yesterday when nothing ran on all day.
That was a joke, that.
That was just for one of the leading stables who gets plenty of raps.
Yeah.
Right? That was pathetic.
Well, both horses went back. Western Symbol's drawn barrier.
Western Symbol went no good.
No.
Right? Western Symbol went no good.
But
the other horse was off the map, favourite, and they go back to last in the race. Well, that was just a joke.
Yeah, I couldn't understand it either, mate, and I'll say that now. I just thought to have those two horses like that and just let them hang around out the back like that. And the sectionals they ran, it was impossible to win it. They should know better than that, but anyway, yeah. Mate, I could have something on Wild and Proud to turn around. I think Sedcom maybe, but like I said, it's Pretenders Handicap, so I'm staying out.
Torio's Quest, good thing.
One of the options.
Look, I think you've been a bit harsh on this animal. He's a horse that's had a lot of issues in his life. And if he was a sound racehorse, he would be a multiple Group 1 winner by now. Okay. You go through his form. It's 0-1 spell, 2-0 spell, 0-2 0 spell. But he's had 3 trials leading into this. He's looked awesome his last 2. The last one, they're still patching up the wind burn on All Too Hard when he went past it, and they tried to find on All Too Hard and it just didn't find. It kept going away at the same speed.
I'm sure they've got plenty of patches.
Yeah, he's a good horse, this. All right, he's a really good horse, and Randwick is a plus. Again, the good 3 with the little bit of sting out of it will help him. I took the $4. He just appears to me to be in a good place, the horse, as in soundness-wise. I don't know anything, but he just appears to me to be in a good place with his feet and whatever else. The 2 most interesting runners for me outside of him in this race are the bottom 2 from Bart's stable. I think I do the first one. Now, he's had bone chips out of his knee and he's been gelded and he's trialled like a different horse leading into this. This is not where I wanted to see him turn up first up. If it had been a benchmark handicap, a benchmark 85, I might have been able to have something on him.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it's not. But he's a horse that I'd be keeping a close eye on because he is a stayer, and I reckon he's come back in really, really good shape. And the bottom one, Dare to Dream, it's an imported horse of Bart's by Danehill Dancer, Had 4 starts in the UK, has won 3. First trial was really, really, really good, I thought. Second trial, maybe not quite as good, but he's probably a stayer that just might have lost that freshness out of his legs. Yeah, again, interested to watch him from a future point of view.
Okay. Yeah, well, James gave him a good rap yesterday.
Yeah, when did James ride him?
Well, he trains.
Oh, James Cummings, sorry.
Cummings,
I thought you meant James McDonald.
No, sorry, I should have been clear. James Cummings gave him a good rap. So he's a really nice horse, but he'll definitely need a bit further than Saturdays.
Yeah, so